Have you heard this crazy theory about Steve Rogers? You gotta stay till the end of this. Endgame showed us that Steve Rogers used the quantum time technology to return all the stones and Thor's hammer, and he purposely did this all by himself. Like, couldn't Ant-Man have gone with him? That would have helped. And so we're led to believe that he returned all the stones and lived happily ever after. But what if one stone wasn't returnable? What if he couldn't return the Soul Stone? It's already known that the deaths that happen because of the Soul Stone at Vormir cannot be reversed. And the Russo brothers did say that Cap did meet Red Skull, but they don't say what happened. So here's the big theory. Steve shows up with the Soul Stone and Red Skull's like, dude, you can't return this. Those lives are now in the Soul Realm. This is the one stone that doesn't need to be returned, and it can't. So Steve had to keep the Soul Stone that whole time. Steve Rogers became the new protector of the Soul Stone forever. And it explains what Steve was doing that whole time. He was the protector of the Soul Stone. It's part of the reason he tells Sam it was beautiful. This was his new mission, his new way to guard the world. Now here's where it gets even crazier. If Steve is the new protector of the Soul Stone, he got to commune with the soul of Natasha and see how she's doing. And he could use that power to talk to Tony, his buddy. He's the protector of the Soul Stone. He can connect to that realm. And he even talked to the Thanos who dwells in the Soul Realm. But this is the best part of the theory. Marvel has already announced the Secret Wars, and we're going to see the biggest group of characters ever on screen in the MCU. And this is how we get to see Steve again in this crazy story because he kept the Soul Stone. There will be a moment in this crazy battle where Steve and Tony are needed, and it's the Soul Stone that can bring them to see everybody else. This is all making sense.
Welcome back to the Lice Clinic. In today's treatment, we're going from this to this. Keep watching to see how I did it, but before we could deal with the lice, I had to first deal with this massive knot at the back of her hair. You guys know I never ever want to shave a little girl's hair off, so I was committed to saving as much hair as I could. So I sectioned all the hair into little pieces and I isolated the knot by itself. Then super carefully, I brushed through the hair from bottom to top. I was reapplying conditioner very regularly to make sure it was all smooth, but it still sounded like this. But after 3 gentle hours of brushing, we were finally getting somewhere, so I put the pieces away that I had already brushed, and then we were just working with this little lump at the base of her neck. I was checking in with her along the way to make sure nothing was hurting, and we were finally getting somewhere, and the closer I got, the bigger her smile grew. At first, she didn't believe me when I told her I wasn't going to shave any of her hair, and I wasn't about to break any promises, so after 6 hours, we finally reached a point where we could get a brush through her hair, and we were both so excited because that means we can finally remove all of these head lice.
Tell me she's your sister without telling me she's your sister. I'll go first. Go.
The reason why I didn't bring any type of shorts is I'm doing laser with my legs and I can't shave them and they're really bad.
Go. This is perfect.
Wait, why? It's just us.
God, we look the same.
Hello?
Hi.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect, sir. I'm Jin.
Jin?
Yes.
Jordan.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you, Jin.
And I'm street photographer.
Okay.
And your style is,
Awesome.
really awesome.
Thank
so maybe I could take a picture for you, like extremely quick.
Sure, yeah, no
Like,
problem.
Cool. Are you French?
No.
No.
American.
Oh, American.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a little bit worried if I'm putting my thumb here to break the window and slam it, if it's not gonna press through and then hit this. This is supposed to be designed so you lift it up and then have access to the pepper spray. I'm worried I'm gonna press through it with just force and adrenaline and then spray myself in the process, but let's see it out. All right, so I'm gonna try to break it now. Took a few tries, but it did work, as you can see. And watch out for pepper spray. You see, if you press too hard, this one slides over there and then sprays out. So as you're trying to like break, just pepper spray. And I gotta be careful, I gotta get out of the car now.